Welcome everyone to another episode of Rob Wells Music Talk. Welcome to Canada. It's a beautiful day, a lot of snow, a lot of ice on the ground. I went for a walk with my dog, Houston. We're having a great time. We're in a huge leash-free area. It just goes on for many, many kilometers, or many miles, as some people might measure in. Just having a great day, and I'm reflecting on conversations that I had this past week. And one in particular is a conversation that I had with a really dear friend of mine, where they were talking about all the different things that they could be doing in the music industry, and the few things that they're doing in the music industry right now, and they're wondering how they can get their sources of income up, how they can raise the amount of money that's coming in to their bank account. And I was giving some advice, and then I remembered something that I love to talk about all the time, and I want to share it with you today. And it's basically this. I look at my music career and my life and my work time as very much looking at a garden. I have a whole garden in front of me, and in my garden, I have it all separated into different plots. So I have many different plots growing many different things. And I kind of relate this to my own career, where instead of a garden, it's my music career. It's all the things that I love to do. And there are many different things that I have in those plots. Here's my reasoning. Like gardening, you want to have multiple things in there. You want to have one plot that has carrots. You want to have one plot that has corn, another one that has peas, broccoli, all the different things, tomatoes even, all of that. And if you know anything about gardening, you will know that some years, some crops do better than others. So one year, carrots might do really well. The next year, corn might do really well. After that, broccoli, whatever. It's just like maybe one year you'll have 3 that do really, really well. The point is that there's multiple vegetables that are growing in that garden, which allow you to always eat something. And I relate that a lot to my music career, where I think the same thing. I've got many different things that I love to do. And I know that year upon year, I know that only a couple of those things are really going to flourish. And if I only had one thing that I was doing musically, and that wasn't flourishing during that time, I would be stuck with no income coming in. I would be stuck with a negative balance in my bank account. So I always make sure that I have at least 10 different things that I'm focused on in my music career. So imagine, I'm going to relate it all to the garden, but I've got different plots. Let's just talk about musical styles as different plots. So I'm so thankful that every day I realize that I love all styles of music. I really do. I love all different kinds of music. And so because of that, I like to divide up my plot for music creation into different things. I love doing pop music. I love doing rock music. I love doing indie music. I love doing dance music, electronic, organic, singer-songwriter. I love doing soundtracks. I love making music for commercials, for TV, for video games, podcasts, anything that really needs music and in any style at all, children's lullabies even. I love doing all these things. So right then and there, I've got different plots that are happening, which allows me to work with so many different artists all around the world in all different styles. So if I only said, I'm only going to do electronic dance music, I know that one year electronic dance music is going to do really, really well. And then it might fade completely. And suddenly I'm not working. So I have all these different styles that I love listening to and experimenting with and incorporating and sometimes blending 2 different styles together. So already there, I've got multiple plots going on. And I know that each year, one of those plots is going to grow really, really well. It's going to succeed. I then have other things in my plots, my musical plots, just like a garden plot as we're talking about. I love to teach. I love teaching. I love talking about what's in my head and sharing this knowledge with anybody and everybody. And if there's one thing in all the things that I say that lights a spark within someone, that I feel like I've done my job, I've passed on this knowledge. So that's another garden plot that I have. Another garden plot that I have is I love creating YouTube channels. Like this one. There's this one. I've got another one that is strictly lullabies for toddlers, for babies. I manage that. I have another one where I started a YouTube channel featuring my two youngest kids, and that's doing very well. Both of these YouTube channels that I just talked about, the lullaby channel and the one for my kids, they're both monetized, meaning that every month I get a paycheck from Google, where for doing nothing. I haven't really done any new activity in any of those channels for at least a year, maybe more, and still every month I get a really good paycheck coming in. So there's another plot. Another plot that I've just dived into is I love managing. I'm now managing an artist. I'm managing Katie Mall and executive managing that whole thing, and it's really, really cool. I'm learning a lot, but that's another great source of income. That's another plot. So I have that. Let's see what else. I love doing music videos. I love creating music videos for the artists that I work with, or even some that I don't work with, and they just come to me and say, I have this idea. Can you do it? Can you achieve it? So that's another thing that I water every single day. So here's the point. Speaking of watering, I try to water every single one of these plots every single day. I pay attention to each thing and really try to focus on them and see if I can make them better, make them stronger, make them grow. I'm always planting seeds as well. This is another favorite thing that I love to say. I'm planting seeds nonstop for the future. So even if I'm doing really, really well this year, I'm still planting seeds for the future because I have no idea what's going to be happening down the road. I don't know whether or not I'm going to be working or whether I'm not. And if I don't plant the seeds, nothing's going to grow in the future. Even if things are really going really, really well, I still am always planting seeds. So those are the two things that I want you to remember. Just have a garden plot that relates to your music, relates to your career. Don't just focus on one thing only, because you do that and you will possibly have a great moment in time, but then you will starve later. It's just inevitable. Things change. Weather patterns change, rain comes, dry seasons happen, all of that. It's all relatable, right? The garden, the music career, all of that. So just think of all the different aspects of the music career. You could literally go into ChatGPT and just say, list me 50 to 100 different music careers that can happen within the music industry. And out of the list that comes back to you from ChatGPT, pick 10. Pick 10 things that you think sound interesting and start developing them. Start planting those seeds. Start seeing what sticks. Start seeing what feels good. And before you know it, you've got yourself an amazing garden plot that will keep you busy for the rest of time and will keep the money rolling into your account. Okay, so there's music, there's songwriting, there's production, there's teaching, there's creating YouTube channels that eventually become monetized, there's managing. There's so many things. There's creating merch for artists. There is getting into the live music scene, becoming a session player, becoming a touring player, all different things that you could do that you can't just focus on one thing because it'll be great one moment and it won't be great the next. Anyways, I hope that helps. I hope that all makes sense. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment. Please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this as well. And let me know what you think. See if you agree with this. See if it works out for you. See if it's lit a spark within you. If there's one thing that I've said today that's lit a spark within you, then I feel like I've done my job. Thank you so much for listening, and thanks for joining me on this walk with my doggy. There he is. Say hi, Houston, the wonder dog. All right. All the best. Until later. Take care. Thanks for watching Rob Wells Music Talk. Bye-bye. Rob Wells Music Talk.